Hello everybody, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and tarot and oracle reading. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Debbie. I am a psychic medium, Reiki practitioner, and your general garden variety woo-woo lady. Okay, so before I waffle anymore, let's get right into this week's energy. Okay, so let us see what guidance is here. What can we expect for today and tomorrow, being Monday and Tuesday? We have the Five of Swords. Now, if you look at these ladies, they standing there and they seem to be having had a bit of a fight. And these two ladies here have walked away, and this one here in the front, she's kind of keeping all the swords to herself. So this card essentially means a hollow victory. So after what feels like a struggle. So when I tune into the energy of this card, what I'm hearing here is there might be a few of us at the moment that are feeling like, okay, we've come this far in our lives, we've achieved this, that, and the other, but are we really happy? So maybe we've fought a battle, we've struggled to get to where we are, but are we actually really happy with what we've walked away with? Okay, so today and tomorrow seems to be a bit of contemplating time. But I'm also hearing Spirit say, don't be tempted to overthink either. They're saying, don't overthink, just reassess. Just reassess. Where are you now? Are you happy with what you have now? Are you happy with where you are? Or do you need to make some tweaks and changes, or maybe even a bit of a redirection, right? Only you will know the answer to that. Okay, so there's that. Now let's ask for expansion on that card for today and tomorrow from the wisdom of the oracle. What guidance is here? Between worlds. Now this makes sense, right? Because if you look at this flamingo, this side here is darkness and bland and yucky and uninspiring, and this side is bright and happy, and the flamingo is stepping out of the darkness and into the light, towards the light. Similar energy here, where we've come out of struggle and a bit of a fight. We've had a bit of a tough time. We won the battle, but have we won? Right? Remember, we're needing to reassess here. Are we happy with where we're at, or do we need a bit of a course change? Okay, interesting. Let's ask for further elaboration from the Queen of the Moon oracle. Let's see here, we have self-reflection. Again, look at the duality, okay? Here we have these ladies kind of standing this side of the mirror, and there's another lady on the other side of the mirror. Well, another two ladies, actually. So do you see how there's a bit of a similar theme? I don't have enough hands for this. Similar theme. There seems to be extremes. Like this card here talks about loss, regret, won the battle, yes, but a bit of a hollow victory, right? And here, similar energy again. We're needing to reflect here. What is the message I'm hearing? We're needing to really think about, where have we been? Where are we now? So in other words, what we have now, is that really what we wanted? Are we really happy? If we're really happy, celebrate, okay? If we're not particularly happy, let's say we missed the mark and we didn't quite get what we wanted, is it what we need? Because I'm hearing Spirit say we don't always get what we want, but we always get what we need relative to the situation. So today and tomorrow, take some time to think about, where are you? Are you happy where you are? Is what you have now what you wanted? Or do you need to make some tweaks? And I'm hearing Spirit say loudly that we're being supported at the moment, actually, to make some changes. We're being supported to change our mind. So in other words, oh, you know why? Because they're reminding us here that the people we are today are not the same people we were a year ago, or 2 years ago, or even 5 years ago. We're totally different, which means we're going to change our minds, okay? So I'm also hearing Spirit say to this end, be mindful of people that are going to be changing their minds. over the next while. Don't be shocked at people's choices and decisions. Even don't be shocked at your own, because what you thought you wanted, you might not want anymore. Okay, interesting. Okay, let's see. What do we have for the middle of the week? This card just totally grabbed my attention. The Hanged Man. Again, this card is about perspective. Because if you look at this dude, he's kind of dangling there, and he's got his arms across his chest and his eyes closed. Now, the story behind this card is this is where the Futhark runes came from. I think it was Odin. He hung upside down and he received wisdom, and then he created the Futhark runes. So essentially, this card means being in a limbo, hanging around for more information, hanging around for more insight, hanging around for a better perspective, right? Also, to further elaborate on that, is when we look at life differently, we get a different perspective. So yeah, it really does look like the majority of this week is all about perspective, and it follows through into Wednesday as well. Okay, let's get some insight from the wisdom of the oracle for the middle of the week. You can't make this shit up. It says a change in the wind. Okay, now if you look here, this what do you call these things? Zebras. Okay, it doesn't quite look like that's what its true colors are, right? So there's some change afoot. There's some changing of minds, changing of course, changing of desires, all sorts of changes going on here. But they're saying that change is coming as a result of some reality checks that we've had over the last while. Again, what you thought you wanted, you might not want anymore, right? Or you might want something more, something better, regardless of what it is, whether it's a new job, a new, whatever it is, right? There's new afoot, there's change. So, and I'm hearing Spirit say, we're being reminded here about our resilience. We're all experiencing enormous amounts of change in our lives at the moment. So just be very kind and compassionate towards yourself and others. There's huge change. Okay, so let's see further elaboration from the Queen of the Moon for the middle of the week. Creation. Okay. Now when I tune into the energy of this card, what I'm noticing is what looks like blueprints and directions here. And in front of her looks like the vastness of potential. So as we choose to rid our lives, let's say, of what's no longer working for ourselves, right? We create a void and we create opportunity for all sorts of new to come in. We know this. That's been a theme over the last while as well. So what I'm hearing loudly from Spirit is for the middle of this week, let us be conscious creators. Let us take the time to think and reflect about what it is that we really do want, and let us not be too scared to say, or let us not be too scared to change our minds and say, well, what we thought we originally wanted, we might not want that anymore, or vice versa, okay? So there's that. Now let's look at Friday and the weekend. What do we have for Friday and the weekend? This one, the Devil. Okay, this card is all about feeling restricted, feeling fearful, worrying about the future, programming, thought processes that keep us limited and stuck. But what I am hearing is Friday and the weekend, we're going to be realizing that we can go past those limitations. Because what I'm hearing Spirit say is that over the last while, we've been noticing where we've actually been limiting ourselves. We have been moving through some deep-seated patterns of thought, as in we've been facing our shadow. That's what Pluto's been teaching us since Pluto's been in retrograde. So we've been facing a lot of the shadow, a lot of this dark stuff. Now, during the process of this week, we're going to start to see the light a bit more, as in, okay, that's what I thought I wanted, I don't really want anymore. Instead, I want this, because I've got a different perspective now. And in order for me to be this, do this, get this, I need to challenge my thought processes and to see where I've actually been keeping myself back, right? Nobody holds us back, we do. Okay, so this is about taking ownership for our part in our story. Gone are the days where we can blame everybody else for our problems and blame. Now we're going to start taking ownership. So that's what this weekend is all about. Brilliant. Okay, so let's have a look at the wisdom of the oracle. What guidance do we have for Friday and the weekend? This one. Truth be told. Hey, can you just not make this up? Okay, so here, again, thought processes, facing the truth, facing the patterns of behavior, the self-imposed restriction. Now we're going to be facing our truth. Now when we face our truth, it's not always easy. It's usually quite messy, to be honest, because it's not always nice to face what we don't like about ourselves, okay? But yes, lots of truth, our own inner truths coming out, and also seeing the truth about situations, seeing the truth about others even. Okay, let's get some elaboration from the Queen of the Moon Oracle for Friday and the weekend. What do we have for Friday and the weekend? We have this one. Patience. Flip. If only you knew how much I hate that word. But yes, we're being asked to be patient. And if you look at this card, on the other side of that little doorway or hole, there's the moon and the star. So again, I'm getting vastness with this. Like there's so much potential in front of us. It's vast. And I feel like we're being stripped away of what's been holding us back from that, right? So overall, when I look at all of these cards here, there's a lot going on this week. There really is. We've got a whole lot of feeling like we're in a limbo, feeling a little bit stuck, neither here nor there again, and not really being sure if we're really happy or are we not happy. I'm just hearing loudly from Spirit, let us not make sudden moves this week. Let us not do anything drastic. Let us not do anything sudden. Let us just go with the flow, yes, and let us not be afraid to really dig deep this week and to see what it is that has been holding us back, because 99% what holds us back is us. It's our thought processes, it's our fears, it's our worries, it's our lack of confidence. So it looks like we're going to be dealing with all of that this week, okay? And whatever comes up for you, or whatever is triggered in you that doesn't really feel so good, whatever you do, take a step right back from it. Don't take it personally. Just see this as an opportunity to see, where have you accidentally been holding yourself back? Where have you accidentally been limiting yourself? Where do you need to shift your thought process? And where have you downright been expecting too little? Okay, remember, the universe delivers in direct proportion to what you believe you are worth, right? And that's across the board. That's money, love, everything, health even, okay? The universe always seeks to prove us our belief system correct. So this week is very, very interesting. And there's also a huge divide I'm hearing at the moment. There's a divide between the dark and the light. So in other words, there's a huge divide between seeing the negative, looking at everything that's just gone to hell. It's all awful. We can either live there like this card here. We can either live there or we can live here. The choice is ours this week, but that divide is not going to be more stark than what it is now. And what I'm hearing Spirit say loudly here also is, let us focus on potential, because there's so much potential. There's so much vastness in the creation of all that is. There's so much we can do, that we can achieve, but what we're wanting to achieve now might be very different to what we wanted to achieve a year ago or 2 years ago, and that is okay, right? Rather be authentic and real, and to go after what you really do want, instead of trying to people please and doing what everybody else thinks you should be doing. Okay, so I'm hearing this week overall reality check, okay? And it's going to be good. They're saying it's going to be good. Just hold on tight, breathe, be as real with yourself as what you can, stay grounded. It's going to be a good one. So sending you all so much love, and have an amazing week ahead. Take care and keep well. Bye.